Hi, today we'll be talking about remote patient monitoring using the new LiveCare Link Plus device. So what is RPM? RPM stands for Remote Patient Monitoring, and basically this is a service that involves the collection and interpretation of health data using digital technologies outside of traditional healthcare settings. So this could be any remote setting, usually the patient's home. In order for a patient to be eligible for RPM, they need to have one or more chronic conditions. And additionally, they need to have either Medicare or Medicaid as their insurance. Recently, MDLand has paired with LiveCare to integrate the Link Plus device. The Link Plus device is an all-in-one RPM device, which easily connects to other peripheral monitoring tools, such as a blood pressure monitor. These are some of the features of the Link Plus, and the main feature used to integrate with iClinic's RPM module is the telehealth button. So how does the RPM module work inside iClinic? When you first log into iClinic, you will see the RPM button at the top of your dashboard. And if you click that RPM button, it will lead you to the main RPM dashboard page. So on this page, you can see various trackers and graphical interfaces. And these are all tools that you can use to track the amount of time that your office staff has spent on RPM in a certain time period, and also to see the most recent feed of your patient's health data. So in order to set up for LiveCare, the first thing you need to do is click the device settings button. Once you click that button, you'll see three links, and the first link is the service agreement. So you have to agree to the LiveCare service agreement in order to begin using the Link Plus device. The next step is to set up your billing information for LiveCare. So if you click this link, it will lead you to the billing page where you can enter the billing address, your payment information, and this will be used to purchase the LiveCare device. The last step is to order your chosen amount of LiveCare Link Plus devices. So if you click on purchase device, it will lead you to the orders page where you can select the quantity of RPM kits that you want to order. And then this will just charge the billing information that you put in the last step. So how do you enroll a patient for RPM? So inside the remote patient monitoring dashboard, you can click on the eligible link, and this will show you all your eligible patients for RPM. As I mentioned before, in order for a patient to qualify for RPM, they need to have at least one chronic condition and Medicare or Medicaid as their insurance plan. So with the RPM module inside iClinic, we easily identify all your eligible patients using these criteria. In order to enroll a patient into RPM, you would click the Enroll Now button next to their name, and this will lead you to the consent form, which the patient needs to sign in order to enroll into RPM. The next step is to set up the RPM device. So if you navigate to the patient's chart that you just enrolled and you click in the RPM tab, you can see the main RPM patient page. So on this page, you would click on the RPM patient setup, and this will lead you to the setup page. So to configure the RPM device, the first thing you need to do is select which vital signs you want to monitor. So this could be the blood pressure, the SpO2, heart rate, BMI, glucose, temperature, height, or weight. After you select the vital signs, then you can add a new device by clicking the Register New Device button. Once you click on that button, it will show you this pop-up where you can select the LiveCare Link Plus device. And then you would enter the Link Plus device ID and then press Save. Once you have completed those steps, then the Link Plus device will now be successfully linked to the patient's chart inside iClinic. As you can see, once we have linked up the LiveCare Link Plus device, we can see the real-time readings that occurred on the Link Plus device. So now I'm going to show you a demo of how the blood pressure monitoring device works. So in order to pair the blood pressure monitor to Link Plus device, you just click on the telehealth button and it automatically pairs to the blood pressure monitor via Bluetooth. And then you just connect the blood pressure monitor and press the start button, and it will start taking your vital sign data. As you can see, once the blood pressure measurement is finished being taken, you will get an alert on the Link Plus device that shows your blood pressure readings. And at this step, the readings have now transferred to iClinic in real time. Next, I'll show you how to connect the pulse oximeter. Again, similar to the blood pressure monitor, you just click on the telehealth button on the Link Plus device, and it will automatically pair to the pulse oximeter via Bluetooth. And once the pulse oximeter reading is finished, again, you will see that alert, and then it will show inside iClinic. Okay, so in order to bill for RPM, there are several different CPT codes. So let's review the CPT codes first. So at the beginning of the RPM setup phase, you can charge the CPT 99453 code, which is the initial setup and education of the RPM device. So this is a one-time code one-time charge that you can make to cover the initial setup of the RPM device. So you would bill this code in the first billing month of the RPM program. The other codes that we support are the 99457 and 99454 codes. So in order to bill for 99457, it requires a provider or clinical staff to review the health data transmitted through the RPM device for at least 20 minutes per month. Any additional 20 minutes can be covered using the new CPT code 99458. So in the RPM dashboard, once you click on the billing page, you can just select the patient and click Bill Now, and then you'll come to the RPM billing page. On this page, you can select which CPT codes you want to charge, and then if you just click Bill Now, then you can create the claim.